Most of these tools are so easy to use now. I mean, it's not a heavy lift to get started. Macmillan's support around these tools is really fantastic. So like if you did get a little lost or a little overwhelmed, you're not gonna be on your own sitting there on Sunday night trying to fix something that's broken. I've never felt like frustrated or annoyed. If you do some of the work up front, you can amortize that labor over many, many subsequent semesters. So once you sort of get Achieve set up the way that works really well for you, you're just copying it over and you're tweaking it at the edges. And it's not, it's not a laborious undertaking every single semester. You're not starting from scratch. Maybe during the summer, prepping for the fall, you do it once. You could be using, that labor over the next 5, 6, 7, 8 semesters.
The ease of use in Achieve is really impressive. I'm someone who I don't want to try a new board game because I have to learn the rules, or I don't want to watch a new TV show because I'm gonna have to take an episode or two to get into it. I hate putting furniture together because I have to read all the directions. But that's not the case with Achieve, in that it's really intuitive and it's really easy. It's just point and click. It just makes sense how it works. You click on your module, you go in, you populate it, and then for me in the history, I just pick which modules I want, align them with my syllabus, and have due dates open. And if you have any problem, the support's really great. I've had great experience with the support whenever I needed it, and whenever students, if they need it, support always helps them out as well. It's not something that is gonna take a lot of time to learn at all on the front end. In fact, I like it then that I can prepare for my upcoming semester ahead of time so that I don't have to freak out about this when all kinds of unexpected stuff always comes up right before the semester, as it always does.
One thing that I have to do as course lead is create courses for all of our adjuncts and PhD students who are also teaching principles of microeconomics. And it's extremely easy to do that in Achieve. I can create a course managing section, and then from within there, copy the same section to subsections for each of the individual instructors. If I need to make a change, I just need to make it in the course manager, and then I can push that change to all of the subsections. And then the individual instructors have some control over their subsections, or I can adjust the level of control that they have, where if I don't want them to be able to manipulate due dates and so forth, I'm able to do that as well and cut that off from the section manager. So I find it really useful and very easy to set them up and continue to monitor them throughout the semester.
It's been good in terms of inclusive access, which is something I really use. I want my students to know, a week before that, hey, you can kind of go in here, look at things, engage with it. Macmillan does have a lot of videos and things that you can link your students to. So I've kind of done that on my own and kind of found some of those things, like what is a learning curve quiz? What is it gonna look like for the video activities? As long as you as the instructor talk to your students about how to use the tools or how we're gonna be engaging in it, then I think it's pretty easy.
The biggest problem when you have like 80 different assignments is your grade book then has 80 columns. It's very cumbersome. And one of the best features of Achieve, a new feature that they've introduced, it's called categorization of grades. If you have 3 different assessments, learning curve, like a pre-lecture quiz, a post-lab quiz, and an interactive exercise. What it does is you can put that in category 5. So it takes all 3 or 4 of those assignments and it pools it into one grade. And then it ports that over to Canvas as one grade. So that's a really unique feature of Achieve, is this ability to categorize several assessments for one chapter, pooling it as one grade. So you only have one column in the gradebook rather than having like 6 or 7 for each chapter. So it makes the gradebook much more manageable.
Technical support and quick and efficient support is extremely important, especially since I handle big courses. So I have 500, 600 students that if there's a technical issue, if something doesn't work, if sometimes there is an error message, if it's not addressed immediately, then I will have to deal with 400 emails within a day or so. And that was one of the reasons why I used Macmillan. I'm very happy because I did get that support that I wanted. One of the features that I like about them is that they do make the logistics and the administrative part of the course a little bit easier for me. So coordinating a large course with multiple instructors and hundreds of students and multiple teaching assistants, it's always a lot of work, right? I mean, it's always a lot of work. There's always so many things to set up, managing exams and tests, and a big teaching team and so on. That's always a lot of work. But there are certain features in the tools that I'm using that if the tools have them, it does save a piece of that administrative work. We have the accessibility services department in our institution. The accessibility department would sometimes reach out to me to ask to provide an assessment in a larger font if it's on paper or an exam. I didn't have requests at all this year, and I guess that part of the reason is that these features are built into Achieve, and everything can be changed and modified so that they don't need me to produce specific versions for students that have various disabilities.